Welcome to the Beautifully Broken podcast. I'm your host, Freddie Kimmel, and on this show we explore the survivor's journey, practitioners making a difference, and the therapeutic treatments and transformational technology that allow the body to heal itself. Witness the inspiration we gain by navigating the human experience with grace, humility, and a healthy dose of mistakes. Because part of being human is being beautifully broken. So, what if the bottle of supplements sitting in your cabinet, the very capsules that you trusted with your energy, maybe your immunity, mental clarity, what if they weren't what you thought they were? Imagine discovering that the immune booster you bought on Amazon contained none of the listed ingredients, or that your carefully researched mushroom extract had never even passed through a lab. Now, this isn't a conspiracy, this is a documented reality. And today I just want to talk about a topic that dances at the intersection of health and science and commerce and personal responsibility. This is about the world's largest retailer and the sometimes invisible gap between trust and truth. So over the last 5 years, multiple independent lab analyses have shown us something very concerning, and that up to 60% of supplements purchased from Amazon fail label accuracy tests. That means the stated ingredients are not present, maybe present in the wrong amounts, or even worse, they're contaminated with undeclared substances. A great example is Now Foods. They're a massive supplement company, and they found over a dozen counterfeit listings of their products, all sold on Amazon, all filled with nothing more than rice flour. Host Defense, a trusted name in medicinal mushrooms, they discovered that nearly 24 storefronts were imitating the exact brand of the company. Even the FDA has stepped in, recalling supplements sold on Amazon containing prescription drugs hidden inside herbal capsules. These included undeclared ingredients like Viagra, Cialis, banned weight loss drugs, diclofenac, which is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, proton pump inhibitors. And you've got to ask yourself why. How does this happen in a system that is boasting customer obsession and prime delivery within a few hours? Well, the answer lies in the mechanism of Amazon itself. It's not a curated apothecary. It's a platform. It's a marketplace. So basically, you've got this digital flea market with algorithms instead of owners. So some supplements are shipped and sold directly by a brand, but many are distributed by third-party sellers. Some people are honest, some people evidently not. And when a listing gets enough positive reviews, Amazon's algorithm is going to reward that company with visibility. So this is creating a pervasive incentive. Get good reviews early, even if later you're going to switch your product or switch your manufacturer for a cheaper cost. It's called review hijacking. And the rating remains the same, but the capsule, what you're getting at home, that could be an entirely different story. So Amazon isn't a lab. It does not open bottles. It doesn't test random lots. And until recently, it didn't even require proof of what's in the product. Now, in 2024, that slowly started to change, and Amazon rolled out new guidelines for dietary supplements, and they now require documentation from a third-party lab, one that is ISO IEC certified. So companies need to submit certificates of analysis, a COA, annually, along with proof of GMP, good manufacturing processes, compliant manufacturing, and label accuracy. So it's a great step forward. But at the end of the day, it's not worth a lot because Amazon doesn't test the product itself. They review a document. These are files that are simply uploaded from the sellers. So the chain of custody of that supplement is completely unverified. The samples sent to the lab, selected by the seller. Nothing's pulled at random from a shelf. So in other words, while it's closer to a step towards integrity, we're not even touching it yet. And the reality is the paper trail is only as strong as the person holding the pen. And the supplement industry has long suffered from a lack of oversight. So here's what's missing. Right now, there's no randomized testing. There's no verified supply chain integrity. There's no transparency about manufacturing changes when that happens. And there's no real-time COA visibility for the customer. And add that to Amazon's size, millions of product listings, tens of thousands of sellers. It's not malice, it's just math. The system was never built to ensure what's in your capsule. Just doesn't happen. So the question is, what are we to do? How is a person supposed to move forward powerfully and not in a state of fear? So number one, I'd say don't buy from Amazon, but I do it. A lot of times it's very convenient. And in a pinch, I will order from Amazon, but I have some guidelines. So number one is to know the seller. So you're going to look for ships from and sold by, insert that brand name, not a storefront. You're going to check for certifications like NSF, USP, Informed Sport, not just marketing. These are going to be audit backed. Number three, you're always going to ask for a certificate of analysis, a COA. Brands that invest in transparency are going to share them. They're not going to have secrets. Number four is to buy direct for high risk products. So anything like a nootropic, an adaptogen, anything hormone related as far as a supplement, just buy it straight from the manufacturer. It's just not worth the risk. And number five, use tools like it's called LabDoor or Consumer Lab. Now, these are independent review sites and they can guide you for your choices. And it's not about being paranoid. It's just about being smart. It's personal advocacy and it's about discernment. And for me, the topic, it just cuts close to home. I hate the idea of someone trying to do something to improve their health and them not only wasting money, but them getting white powder, rice flour, or something that makes them sick. So as passionate as the public is becoming about health, most people are still relatively uneducated when it comes to supplements. And I'll be totally transparent here. Even with all my experience, it's still hard to pull fact from seductive marketing copy. And I've fallen for it all the time. I bought into products that sounded promising. And what do I end up with? I end up with a supplement graveyard in my cabinet. Ideally, we're using supplements to correct deficiencies, but only after we've addressed the big heavy hitters: movement, breath, circadian rhythm, nervous system tone, lymphatic drainage. These are foundational. When these are out of balance, there is no supplement that's going to fix your biology. And you'll be solving for X until the cows come home, because no supplement stack unravels a shitty lifestyle. And that's the truth. Not to mention the growing field of epigenetics and methylation pathways we can look at. With deeper knowledge of our genetic blueprint, we're now learning that some supplements aren't just ineffective, they could actually be causing you harm. For example, high dose of methylated B vitamins like methylfolate or methylcobalamin, that could trigger anxiety, agitation, even mania in people with certain COMT or MTHFR variants. More isn't always better. So we have the power, we've just got to use it. My suggestion is, before we reach for another miracle capsule, just pause. Let's understand the terrain and let's supplement with integrity. And here's where the right kind of support makes all the difference in the world. So working with a certified health coach or a wellness concierge may seem like an added expense, but what you're investing in is time and expertise. So we hire professionals who've put in their 10,000 hours because they help us leap light years ahead in our healing journey. A qualified coach is often going to have access to practitioner-only dispensaries. Those are things like Full Script with discount links, manufacturer direct shipping, and vetted product that prioritize quality and transparency. You might not get overnight delivery, but let's be honest, if you need overnight delivery on a supplement, chances are the marketing is working harder than the science. Real change doesn't arrive in a rush box. It arrives through thoughtful, steady progress. So imagine a future and I'm dreaming here, where every supplement has a QR code that links to a lab test, where blockchain, that's right, where we have Bitcoin on, is tracking your bottle from harvest to shipping, where we don't just trust, it's automatically verified. We don't need more fear. We just need frameworks like this put into place. And I'd also say we're not victims of the system. We are participants in it. And by asking a better question, we're going to co-create a better outcome. I thank you guys for just listening to this little soapbox moment. And it's not about blame. It's becoming the type of person who understands the system and navigates it with clarity. Health isn't something we buy. It's something we build. One informed decision at a time. And that's been my experience. Been playing with this idea that nothing great comes without great sacrifice. And it's interesting to apply that to this topic. I hate the idea of people going out and doing research, deciding on a protocol, and then the reason that it didn't work is because they were literally taking benign white powder. It sort of breaks my heart. So then we have somebody out there that's creating a story that ... didn't work for me. Well, maybe it was just isn't bought from the right vendor. It wasn't taken in the right context, or didn't have the right protocol in place. I really think this is a place we can tighten things up and optimize. And I hope you find value in this podcast. Keep breaking beautiful, and I will see you on the next one. Big love. Friends, what a show! I have been working on something massive behind the scenes. After 20 years of exploring healing, recovery, and cutting-edge science, after 7 years of the podcast, I built something I truly believe in, and it's called the Biological Blueprint. This isn't just another wellness course. It's a deep dive into the body's core bioregulatory systems, plus tools, tech, practices that actually move the needle. You'll get real-world applications, guided protocols, insights from PhDs, MDs, scientists at the forefront of functional and biological medicine. And if you want early access, exclusive perks, and the opportunity to work directly with me, join the waitlist. beautifulybroken.world/waitlist. Trust me, this is going to be different from anything you've seen in the health space. Let's close this thing up. If you want to support the show, the biggest gift you can drop is a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify. It helps the message reach the people who really need it, and we create impact. Now, if you need a free resource or a discount on my favorite health tech or supplements, I've also got you covered there. Head over to our brand new website, beautifulybroken.world, click on the store tab, and check out curated products that I love, that I personally use, many with exclusive discounts using the code BeautifullyBroken. These links support the podcast through affiliate partnerships, which also keeps the show going strong. And finally, just a very quick reminder, this podcast is for educational purposes only. It's not medical advice and shouldn't be used to diagnose, treat, or cure any condition. Always consult your trusted healthcare provider when making decisions about your health. I am your host, Freddie Kimmel. Big love, and I'll see you on the next episode.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.